friendly.
What's the question?
Why do people cheat?
Because they're assholes.
Wait, from a female's perspective, a female cheats when they are emotionally, what's the word, baby? When they're emotionally not being taken care of.
Correct.
Men cheat because they are horny and they like to be curious. Women cheat when their man is not taking care of their emotional needs.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And guys, before we jump into today's episode, don't forget to subscribe on your way in, and don't forget to subscribe to our newest member of Fiend Gang, Detective Warg. His channel will be linked in the video description. But without further ado, let's jump into the rest of today's video.
I'm 43 years old and I am single. I have been single off and on for the last 4.5 years. Prior to that, I was with my ex-husband for 16 years, and I also decided in a very smart way to get into a serious relationship at the tail end of my divorce, and was with that guy for 2.5 years. 10 out of 10 would not recommend you move in with your rebound. Just saying.
So let me get this straight. This woman was married for 16 years, decides to leave her husband for another guy who she stays with for 2.5 years, and now she has been single for 4.5 years. Some of these women are so hopeless at dating, I don't even know what to say. You are not supposed to have a rebound from your husband. He is your husband. Guys, if you wind back the clock some time ago, okay, marriages were not something where you were supposed to end them for a rebound. Okay, and this is the stuff that keeps these women single, is they always want to trade up for the newer, bigger, and better deal. Like this woman right here, she could have stayed in her marriage. She made it 16 years, but oh no, she had to go out there and she had to find another guy for whatever reason. Maybe her quote-unquote emotional needs weren't being met or some crap like that.
I have been on more first and second dates than I would say the average human being. The last 4.5 years, I've been on hundreds of dates.
I believe it.
The first 6 months I was single, I would only go on first or second dates because I was avoiding being in a relationship at all costs, and I figured that was the best way to go about that. If you don't,
or the men didn't want to commit to you at all. Or they just didn't even give you dates to begin with. It's always interesting when you hear these individuals talk about their dating history, guys. There are just so many lies in their stories. It's actually insane. Girls will literally be here and be like, oh, you know, I've had this many boyfriends, right? Or I've seen this many guys, or my body count is this. But they always seem to mix up the numbers and just forget stuff and leave out really important information that their future boyfriends or husbands ought to know.
you don't go on more than one date, you can't get into a relationship with them. So I would go on 5, 6, 7 dates a week with different people.
That's disgusting. That is straight up disgusting. That, you know, I was watching a video some time ago from AMS, and he said he doesn't kiss these girls because he doesn't know where they've been. That is so damn accurate. This woman is talking about literally going on a date for every single day of the week, or just, you know, most of the week. That's absolutely disgusting. Like, if anything, you're just carrying around diseases, and what, a dude's supposed to come along at the end of it and take you seriously? Like, men are supposed to, after knowing all this behavior, come along and take you seriously. I literally heard a woman call a man a misogynist the other day because he thought it was gross that she did some of the things that she did in her past. Like, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. You made your decisions, and you should take accountability for them. But guess what, guys? They never take accountability, and they'd rather blame the men at the end of it. I would gather that the reason why this woman didn't have a lot of follow-up dates is because the men weren't interested in committing to her.
See, the only men that care about a woman being ran through are men that suck in bed, because you know that we'll be comparing you to every other guy we've ever been with. And there's no hiding how bad you are in bed, my little two-pump chump. And the rumor that we go off and tell all of our girlfriends about how bad you are in bed? Yeah, that's true. And they tell all their friends. And then pretty soon, no woman within a 100-mile radius will have sex with you.
You know, very empty threats here. It's funny, right? Because when a guy brings up something like this, what's the first thing they do? It's straight to insults. You can't get women, or no woman's ever going to love you, or you're not good in bed. Any of these sorts of insults. But the thing is, this woman is not in a position to throw these sorts of threats because no guy is going to want her. You see what I'm saying? Like, any man with self-respect is not interested in coming over and settling down with these women. It's like they hit to 35 and then they expect the guy who's, you know, well established to come along and to come settle down with them. It's not happening. It doesn't matter how many times you try and shame men into doing it, or you call them immature, or you call them misogynists, or you say that they're bad in bed. You can try and shame men into helping you out of the decisions that you made. But the fact of the matter is that you made them, and a lot of these women will just end up straight up alone. And even if they don't end up alone, they end up with a man that they don't respect because he doesn't respect himself. Otherwise, he wouldn't even be there to begin with.
It's friendly.
What's the question?
Why do people cheat?
Because they're assholes.
Wait, from a female's perspective, a female cheats when they are emotionally, what's the word, baby? When they're emotionally not being taken care of.
Correct.
Men cheat because they are horny and they like to be curious. Women cheat when their man is not taking care of their emotional needs.
Let's pause it right there. What the hell are emotional needs? Notice how, like, girls will say this crap, okay? Oh, I'll cheat, or I do this when my needs aren't being met. My emotional needs. The reason why they say crap like this is because they know how ambiguous it is. So they can change the goalposts. Oh, my man isn't doing this, that, this. See, you don't know what the hell emotional needs even mean. And chances are it really doesn't mean anything. Usually it's just she's no longer attracted to the dude, or she found someone better, or blah, blah, blah. Right? Maybe maybe the oxytocin ran out, whatever. But girls will oftentimes give answers like this purposely because it's ambiguous. Like, I don't care. Like, notice how they'll say, oh, I cheat because of my emotional needs aren't being fulfilled, right? But then they'll go and date dudes who never will fill their emotional needs and who will treat them like crap. Like, which exactly is it?
Have you ever cheated?
Yes, I'm going through a divorce right now for it.
How'd you catch him? If you don't mind me asking.
No, I did.
Oh, you cheated.
I did.
I don't know why this man would assume that the man cheated in the picture when clearly someone who enters a conversation like this, like, clearly this woman is the one who cheated. Put this woman in a relationship, guys, 9 times out of 10, she's going to be the one that cheats on her man. And look at her, she's so proud of it. I don't know if you guys can see this. We've only got a little bit of her face here, but she's actually, like, proud of it. She's standing her ground as if she isn't a horrible human being.
Why?
I wasn't being emotionally taken care of, and it was a fuck up on my part, and I'm paying for it. But I will say this: take care of your girl at home in all aspects, not just financial, because finances will only get you so far.
I don't care. And the answer is no. Why should a guy come along and do the... Okay, so a guy has to come along, he has to pay for your finances for you, apparently that's just been thrown in there. He has to take care of your emotional needs, whatever the hell that means, and then you won't cheat on him. Interesting. Maybe just don't cheat on people. Like, I know that's a hard concept to understand, but maybe just don't be a terrible human being. Like, I know that's so crazy in 2022. Everyone knows that each other are, like, terrible human beings. If you ask the average person on the street and you come out and you say, hey, what do you think about dating in 2022? Does it suck? Are people honest? They'll be like, oh, no, it's terrible. You ask this woman, if you went and asked this woman what dating was like and how people are, she'd say, oh, they're so terrible. They're this, they're that. Meanwhile, people like her are the exact problem.
Is there anything you want to say to the dude that you cheated?
Nah, not really. He's trying to take my kids away from me, because that doesn't make me a bad mother.
In court.
Yes, it does. First of all, it does make you a bad mother. Second of all, I'd want to keep my kids away from you too, because like hell, I'd want them around such a manipulative individual. Like, why would a dude want to leave his kids with you? That makes no sense.
Men don't seem to get what misandry is. They'll look it up and then just be like, oh, women just hate men. Ugh. Female just hate the man. Female sexist. So I usually have to break it down for them, like in a really storybook second grader type deal. Are you ready? This is what I have to tell them, okay? You know when you get that dog from the shelter or the pound? Yeah, and they tell you that she's like really aggressive around males because she was like abused and traumatized by them. Yeah, that's the effect of what the patriarchy has done to me.
What? This woman... It's like whenever someone says the word patriarchy, it's just like someone's just slapped my brain. Do you know what I mean? So this woman here, sitting here with her, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me pull up the video a little bit. You know, we got that right there at the bottom. That's a tattooed finger, by the way. So, you know, tattooed hands, talking to us about how oppressed she is by the patriarchy and how she's been mistreated by the patriarchy. Okay, madam, why don't we just remove your iPhone, which was made by the patriarchy? Why don't we just take away your vehicle, your plumbing, your electricity, all of the things that men have built for you, and we will see how oppressed you are feeling after this. You know, guys, I saw a video that came up on YouTube the other day, right? And it was Tristan Tate, one of the Tate brothers, and it was like him going on some island show where they have to survive and vote people off. I'm sure you guys have all seen those things. And the majority of people are just people like this. They're never appreciative of anything. They don't want to work, and when anything doesn't work their way, they'll blame other people. Oh, it's the patriarchy is the reason I'm unsuccessful. The reason I'm so bad in dating, the reason I have no success is because of the patriarchy. You have the same opportunities as men. You earn the same, if not more money than men. In fact, if you want to make an OF account or you want to be a female on the internet, people will literally throw money at you. But of course, you are oppressed. Tell us more about it.
I am now a misandrist. This is the system men created. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. This is a system y'all created and y'all don't like the fact that women don't like y'all now. I don't care. No.
This young
I'm not even sure what this woman's point is right here or what she's even saying. She's basically just come on here and she said that she doesn't like men because of the patriarchy. And to be honest with you guys, I don't think it's any great loss. I think girls who come on the internet with her hands are literally tattooed. You guys can't see it. It's off the screen here. You know, any girl who comes on the internet with tattooed hands crying about the patriarchy and about how she doesn't like men, personally, I think it's a bit of a bullet dodged. But yeah. Yo guys, it's Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's episode. Before you go, remember to subscribe to our other Fiend Gang members. Their channels will be linked in the video description. Our newest member is Detective Warg, so make sure that you go and show him some love. He's putting out daily content for you guys. Also, one of the characters I use and also a lot of our thumbnail artwork is done by an artist called The Gecko Ninja. He's absolutely fantastic and his socials are going to be linked in the video description as well if you want to commission him for some amazing art. Otherwise, take it easy, gents, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace.